Hi, this is Bug Baskin from AdultBibleStudyCurriculum.com, and in this lesson on small group dynamics, I want to talk about meeting relational needs, and those are needs that we all have. Now, with that, you may have to sell the idea of relational needs. Some people don't think they need relationships. They don't think they have these needs inside of them, or they may think they're just met through one specific relationship. And we're very complex, and we need friendships, and we need people we're reaching out to, and all these sorts of things. So you may have to kind of really sell this idea, both with men and with women. You'll have to sell it in different ways with each group, and what relationships are supposed to look like. But you really do need to sell this idea that we have to be a community, we have to have relationships. There are needs based on gender that you have to think about. Men and women have different needs, and again, like I said, they have different understandings of whether or not they need them or how they're supposed to look. So you really need to work on selling that. For guys, you have to sell the general idea that they need those relationships. For younger married couples, you may have to sell the idea to the guy that it's okay that you need to get away from your wife every once in a while just to have that accountability and community. Don't make a habit of it, but it's something you need to do. For women, it may just be that you may have to work harder to keep those relationships strong. A lot of times, women will get emotionally invested, and that can lead to hurts and issues and struggles like that. And so you have to think about those needs, and you may end up having to delegate that responsibility to a woman in the group. Like maybe if you're a male teacher, and so I really suggest that. And vice versa, if you're a female teacher, you may want to delegate the responsibility of meeting those men's needs to someone else, just for your own personal integrity, but also just because maybe there's not quite the full understanding there. Other needs are based on stage of life. Our relationship needs are different if we are single, if we're just married, if we've been married for forever, if we have kids, just different stages of life. If we're unemployed, our needs are different, and we need to make sure that we're aware of what our group's stage is. And some of our groups may be more diverse. Some of them may be sorry about that. Maybe broken up based on age, and so we need to kind of think about what are the stages of life in our group, and how can we kind of blend and meet those needs of everyone. And then there's needs based on stage of spiritual growth. Like, so we have those relationship needs, but also those spiritual needs, but depending on where we're at, we may need to be really fed a little more, or maybe time we need to go feed someone else. And so we have to think about what role people need to play in those relationships as we all try to grow together. So think about these small group, and just the dynamics of it, the relationships are being built, and what do they need to look like, and what needs do people have relationally that you need to make sure are being met.